Welcome to Gozroth Tutorials. I'm Gozroth, and today we're going to look at the new co-block event on Player Focus UI. I'm using my alt account, so if my alt has it, everybody should have this. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to create a custom UI, and we're going to bring in one of the UI gizmos. So let's just go into build. We're going to go into our gizmos, and we're going to bring in a world leaderboard, and then we're going to bring in a custom UI. And we don't need to do anything crazy with it, but I will attach a basic UI script. We can call this UI, just so it has the basics in there. So let me just rotate this around 180 degrees so I can see it. Let's move these closer to the spawn point. And we're going to create a new empty object, and we will just call this onPlayerFocusUI. And we'll create a new script called onPlayerFocusUI. Alright, and then we'll edit it. So we'll click these three dots here, go to Edit Script. And I use Visual Studio Community, so if my IDE looks different than yours, that's totally fine. You can use whatever IDE that works for you. However, I don't like importing everything, so I'm going to delete that. And we do need to import component to fix our errors here and get rid of HZ. We don't need the start function, but we do need it in there or it'll give us an error. So I'm just going to go to Edit and format my document for my spacings. And since it's a co-block event, we do need to connect to it. So we're going to go into our pre-start and we're going to connect to this. So it's going to be this.connect co-block event. And the nice thing about onPlayerFocusUI, it's kind of like a broadcast event. So I only have to worry about this.entity, and it'll work for every UI. So then I need to create the co-block event. So it's going to be co-block events with an S. And then it's going to be onPlayer. Oh, it did not import for me, so I'm just going to copy that and bring it up here. And then it'll be onPlayerFocusUI. And it does have a couple variables that we need to worry about. So we're going to go to peek at the definition just to grab them. So it's player and entity. And we're going to tell it to run a function for us. So we're just going to use our arrow function. And it's going to be this dot, and I'm just going to use the same name, onPlayerFocusUI, and we do need to pass the player and focused on. Well, we're getting some errors here because we did not import player or entity, and we're getting an error here because onPlayerFocusUI doesn't exist yet. So we're going to come down here and we're going to create it. So that'll give us our method, and we have errors here because we're not asking for these variables. And then we can just go console.log and then player focused on, and then we will add the focus entity focus dot name dot get, and then we can close that out. So it should print player focused on and then give us the name of the entity that it focused on. So it should come out as world leaderboard and custom UI. So when I hit play, clear out our console, and I focus on the UI panel, it does say player focused on custom UI. And then when I come over to the leaderboard, it says player focused on world leaderboard. So that is how you can access and use the new onPlayerFocusUI co-block event. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this video, or have any suggestions for a future video, please let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you learned anything, if you liked the video, please like and subscribe so you're notified of all my future videos. And yeah, thanks for watching and have a good one.